guys, so recently I uploaded a video where I talk about the 5 easy ways you can improve enrichment in your Leopard Gecko's tank. Now in that video, we briefly speak to Tom from Leopard Gecko about the substrate he uses and how he's managed to have a successful bioactive tank. This is one thing I haven't managed to conquer, that and naming Leopard Gecko morphs. Doesn't really interest me. But what really interests me is going bioactive and trying to actually successfully grow at least one plant in my Leopard Gecko's tank. Now, this clip I did have to cut short for the entire video because the video got a little bit long. But I wanted to use this clip in this video alone just so anyone who needs to be inspired to go bioactive or wants tips on what cleanup crew to use, what substrate to use, maybe you will find this helpful. So for the rest of the video, I am handing over to Tom from Leopard Gecko.
Hi guys, it's Tom here from Leopard Gecko. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to work with Rebecca on this video to share some tips with you all on what's worked in Mr. Jinx's enclosure to date with regards to enrichment. Starting off with soil, which in nature is a substance made up of broken down animal and plant matter and rocks. Soil in the wild varies greatly from one geographical location to the next. I think soil is the foundation of life in a vivarium, in my personal opinion, as it affects microorganisms, bacteria, fungi, insects, plants, reptiles, amphibians, and even produces green eco gases such as nitrogen and hydrogen. It also regulates humidity and can influence, so the humidity influences airflow in a vivarium and it can affect temperature. Natural soil provides drainage for the Earth's plants, which are needed for survival, and contains water, salts, nutrients and minerals. With this in mind, coupled with the knowledge of leopard geckos coming from a wide range of habitats, places where they live in the wild, as keepers we want to try and replicate their natural environment as much as possible. A good balanced mix that I have used is a DIY mix of organic topsoil, horticultural grit sand, vermiculite and sphagnum moss. Clay-based soils such as excavator clay are best used on the warmer side, where the climate here is generally warmer. So this is the arid zone, and they're great for creating hills and burrows, which encourages natural behaviours. I also use Arcadia's Earth Mix Arid as a base layer above the drainage layer, which is hydroclay balls. You can see these little balls on the bottom there, which gives the whole soil mix that initial boost. Then, after mixing it all and adding springtails, isopods, a handful of mealworms and a small handful of superworm darkling beetles, after a few months of allowing it all to settle and start working ecologically, I really didn't have to do much else. So that's a bit of a lowdown on my soil and why I think soil is important in a terrarium or a vivarium. If you think of life in general, in nature, we walk on soil every day, but you know, inside that soil it's full of microorganisms, little insects, and they all work together to sort of produce organic matter, really. And it kind of like recycles the process for future generations. So soil is very, very important for plants, and they recycle nutrients back into the soil as well. And like I said earlier, it produces like a sort of a natural airflow, natural gases, which then ecologically influences the climatic conditions in a terrarium. So I hope that has given you a bit of an introduction to soil and its use. And if you do have any further questions on soil and cleanup crew and also plants, then please do not hesitate to comment either on this video or visit my channel Ecologic Gecko on YouTube, and I'm also on Instagram under that name as well, so feel free to contact me with any questions or queries, and I will get back to you as soon as I can.